Welcome. How are you doing? Are we walking into a triangle? Are we walking into the seven seas where one dice cube will relight up one light from the hips, okay, as your feet, as they move, light up from the bottoms of your feet, the sole through your legs, okay? The cue ball, CUE, 3, 21, and 5 equals 29. Q equals 29. Ball equals 24 plus 3. Ball equals 27. Black and red equal 27. Pool, 30 plus 16 plus 12 is 28 for P&L or Park Place. Where would you like to put it, sir? Park Place, P&L, O and O is the place to put it. You got two O's, you got two worlds. P&L is 28 plus 30 equals 58. 58 is it and it. And if you have it and it with it and it, it becomes 116. KF, Kentucky Fried Chicken maybe? Because now what you have done is you connected all the vowels. All the vowels and consonants, the first initials. That's what I meant. The first initials. Oh, I'm so happy. Anchovies. Okay, sea whelks, snails, that's all I'm eating. That's all I'm eating, basically. We also want to go back to pool, that in pool, you have one cue ball in which everybody will use, and at the end, somebody will get their own 8 ball. So if you win the game, you win the cue ball because you get to start with the cue ball in the next game. So one person will end up with 9, the other one will end up with 0. Because once you lose, nothing counts. Only the W counts. W, number 23. W, number 23. L is 12. 23 and 12. What can we do to get 23 and 12? Left wing of creation. They created the left wing to bring over the spirit from one side of the body into the other side of the body. However the wings work, what you want to call it, the arms, the left wing and the right wing. I'm breathing, and somehow I feel enlightened. I feel like my breath gives me the light of day. We still continue with pool. When the guy loses in pool, if he has his 7 balls, he has lost 7 balls of stripes, loses to the 7 balls of solids. 7 versus 7. I went to the store today. The guy's order before me was $27.07. Then my order was $37.68. And she was so nice to me. She said, "Sir, we have no pennies. We have to round it off." But they used to round it off to the nickel. Now they're rounding it off to the dime, which means she made my grocery $37.70 and didn't even tell me about the second 70. They always repeat the numbers. She didn't say it. She said, "Sir, here's your change." But I had to look on the thing, and I saw from a $100 bill, I got $52.20. 522, 110 stories of the Twin Towers. How many 22s would you like with that, sir? Would you like 1/4? Do you know why? Because when you make an X, it'll show you 4 V's in the X. Each V is valued at 22, and you need, because it's a triangle, to connect 3 sides in a triangle, all you need is 2. Just like when you cut. If you cut 2 pieces of paper, one here and one here, you end up with 3. So you need 2 to reconnect the 2. So we did that. You want to see what else? Stripe. Spirit time. Rest in peace, my friends. How about this? STE is a female saint. Or is it a set? Or is it a test set? Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rip. Rip is shavings. Rip is to rip something apart. It's to make it into smaller pieces. 18? Who's that? I don't know. Could be a quarterback. Which quarterback is it? Pay 10, man 9. It's Omaha. Everybody gets 4 cards. We've got the pit boss in the back, Peyton Manning, the guy who's passing the ball. So all he does is pass the ball and stand there like a dummy, more or less like the pit boss, right? Well, it's not a dummy, but it's an expression of speaking. So now we have, what did we have, 10 players? Let's count the guy and we'll say he's sitting at the table. There's 10 players at the table, and Peyton Manning has the ball, and he's going to choose who's going to get that. Pay 10, man 9, sitting at an Omaha table. Where's the Omaha table? Is it somewhere? Is it a place? Is it near Lebanon? Is there a tournament going on this weekend? Is it in Africa, the tournament? What are you looking at me for? Je parle pas anglais. I don't speak English. Je suis français. Viens me voir. Do you know what I just saw? You know what I just saw? I'm going to jump all over the place. I'm like a little rabbit. Did you know? I went to the post office because I did for the first time. I did my taxes. TED tax. The number of the building, or the phone number, 9595. The address, Spirit Angel and Man, number 11. The lady is wearing a Cowboys uniform, or a Cowboys shirt. Dallas Cowboys. And I laughed at her and I laughed. She goes, what? I go, don't you know Dallas Cowboys is in Texas? Texas? She was doing my taxes. And then she had a whole bunch of crosses. Oh my God, so many things. The French. I went to the post office to mail in my taxes. She told me it was the Pony Express. But you know what some people say? I want to pony off my stuff, and instead of calling me Ronnie, they used to call me Pony. Canada, Nevada. Another way of saying Las Vegas, Nevada, just say Canada, Nevada. Nevada, right inside of Canada. I just saw it. Why? Because I saw the coat of arms. All about the exchange of the Rothschild. Asia. They get Asian people, they buy Asian stuff, and they make exchanges to own half of whatever is in the U.S. belongs to the Rothschilds through the Asian people. If they were allowed to bring one person into work over what they own, apparently they own more than 60% of New York and 70% of New York and Vancouver. So they can bring them in off the ship because they already have a job. They have a job all lined up. They're the coat of arms on the 50-cent piece. Does that mean they're splitting it with the Queen? Let's take half and half. No wonder they didn't need Canada and I wasn't scared for a while. But now it's all about number 11. Owns. I own you, number 11. But is it 1 ounce? Is it 2 ounces? What number do we put before number 11 in French before it starts to say 20 ounce? How about a prime rib steak? An ounce. Zion. Fish? Or was it the earth shift? S-H-I-F-T? Can't put T and F together, it doesn't work. But when you say it this way, it's a shift. Anchovies? Was it a choice? Was it my choice? This is the anchovies. This is what they eat. They put it in 80 grams. Okay? Grams? Grandma, is my grandma 80 years old now? No, she just passed away. But that means there's a chance that grandma and grams go together. And everything is about 7 grams. Everybody knows 7 grams. Give me an 8 ball. Now what the f is an 8 ball? Usually it's 3.5 grams, is it not? They call 8 when it's 3.5, half a 7. I'm lit up today. I knew I'd get a little bit of hair because I'm to the point. So they left me with my little point. So what do we want to see? So the Canadians have the beaver. Have you ever looked at the American nickel? Now keep up to me. Get out a pen. Write things down if you want. Just keep up to me. And I know there's only 3 of them that are really that interested because we're actually trying to put something together. But then everybody who's watching is that interested if they can understand. Ronnie, do something. Help them out if they really want to understand. And look, here, I'm a little bit further in my next picture. This is one of my pictures. You know what it's going to look like? When you look and you see whatever I do, whatever it looks like to you, that's what it is. If you want it to look more of what I see, I can tell you. This is why I go on. Hong Kong, H and K. 8 and 11, they connect together, these two. They connect right together. H, K, and N, the nav of Hong Kong, somehow has come out. Why? O-N, O-N-G, O-N-G, H and K, 8, 11, 14, H, K, N. N Nevada, Canada. N is AD. That stands for USA. AD. Canada and AD. America. They own hydroelectric. I just came from the laundromat. I did my laundry and a whole cleanup. And all I can keep saying to myself is George, George, George. And I wasn't sure why. And then I looked at my hand, was dirty, and I go, oh yeah, I remember. When I'm going to do my laundry, I'm going to think of George. Not only that, the address to the place is all about George. 5335. You need to be 35 before you're the president. You need to be at 53 before you reach center C, which creates 88. 5 and 3 are C and E. Electric company. It's also the only two that create the light with 3 and 4 and 5 and 2, which is Earth and Venus. V is the 22nd letter, equals to 4 and equals to 8 when it's multiplied and added. V is the 5th Roman numeral, 22nd letter, which involves making one X creates 4 V's, equaling to your 88 and 24. And that's why Grover Cleveland is all connected to the 22nd and the 24th, because he made the whole circle. He was the complete X. Once he came in, after the other one who was between him, McKinley, once he comes in, he creates that X, and you got the 44. The north-south of the east-west. But if it's low shoe, you just have to turn it over. So we got to find out. Because if you really take a look at the globe, everything has to be like in between 37 and a half. Because 3 and 7 go together. 7, 8, 9, finished. Once you have 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3 make the 10 world. 4, 5, and 6 will actually create the 13 world, where 8 and 5 and 7 and 6 and 9 and 4. 4, 5, 6 is the federation of who we are. We are walking federal reserves. We are the Federal Reserve. Because without us, there's no reserve. Take me away and put somebody else in my place, and there's always room for more. It's a Federal Reserve. We're all included, deaf, dumb, and blind, DEF, of course. DEF, ABC, DEF, GHI, 4. GH and I, how high can you go? J, K, and L, 10, 11, and 12. M, N, and O, 4, 5, and 6 on your telephone. But now, if you're going low shoe, I'm screwed up. The 3, okay, DEF. You would be the Deaf Federation in low shoe on the 3, where the 3 is right now, because it's number 2. Oh, but it's number 2. Wait a second, that would be B. You'd be ABC on 3. You'd be 3, ABC, so you'd be C, ABC in low shoe. Now, in low shoe, if we were on Mars, where it's number 4, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, it would be G, H, I. But it would be in the 4th position. The 4th position would actually say D, G, H, I. It would say D, G, 4 and 7. We've now got that dog right away, 4774. It's a time machine. We've jumped into the pool and we can't get out. We put 50 cents into the pool table and the balls are on the table. If you make a mistake, it's tough and too late for you. You don't get the ball back. That's what happens in life. But you haven't lost the game yet. Is pool the same as pool? P to pool. Ron who? Ron Pool. Pony Express. Ron Paul? They also had a fight club. They called him, what they call Ron Paulson. He's impulsive. What is all this? But in 2003, somebody dropped me off a book about a train. It just so happens on my 3rd try, I pulled that train apart, and the train says, I can't even read it. I'm going to have to go down here, and I don't want to get this pump. When you have a pump, Mary Jane gives me the pump. If you give a little bit of gas to the car, it'll go and stop and go and stop and go and stop. Don't you want to go? Once you get into the other side, that I think there is a different side of the world that I can go in, and then I can swim and keep swimming and swimming and swimming. But the current is always against me. And the minute Mary Jane goes out, I can barely open the door. So am I swimming into the filter, going through the filter and back, cleansing and back. And the more I go in, the more I cleanse. Why? Because my story is only of truth. I only speak the truth. I only want to be trusted because I tell you the truth of what I see, of what the meanings mean to me, and what you would possibly see in the meanings, because number 1 has nothing on the phone, but Loshu says number 1 is number 4. So in the 1 position, which would be the 4 position, it would be G, H, and I. God's heaven of the I birth. Because you don't go anywhere. H is with I, and I is with H, and I just want to show you that he's on the side of me. We're a crisscross over of H and I, of who the I of who I am. My I is this way. I've got a little bump here, which is my head, and then I got the rest of my body. But let me take a look to see if I can find out what the train is. The train, record train, the longest train, the longest metro train, mini train, multi-train, foul train, the longest in the world. It's the longest monorail in the world is in Osaka, Japan. A length, listen to this, Osaka, Japan. Do you want to know if they're included? Well, listen to this, 22.2 kilometers. 2, 2, and 2, Osaka, Japan. Now, how you tell me, or which side are they on? I always thought the Chinese were here to save us, but I also thought the Russians were here to save us. So it's one of the two, okay? And again, Ibaraki, Minamami, at the station, the Osaka station is M, like it says Miami. It absolutely says Miami, and I bet you this Miami existed before our Miami. Ibaraki and Hankyu, Yaku, okay, of Katamashi, Kailan Rail. And then we have another train, oh my God, 1435, 240, 54 kilometers, the length of the sun. They have a train the length of the sun. They knew about this red sun. They knew about it. These people know. Look at this. The highest station in the mountains is 4,786. That's uncanny. They know about something. Their numbers are impeccable. But the number of the train, listen to this. It weighed 243 tons. 243 tons. That's like almost 1 million pounds. And then they had gold transport for the longest assembly. Oh my God, look at this. Chinese. Look at this. OODC12. They're putting United Nations and this on the same page. This is 10, 11 years ago. They're both on the same page. Now what does it mean? I don't know. But you see the way everything connects? You see the way everything connects? This is the way everything connects. The same way you see it here. Same connect. See your transmission that makes the 2 wheels turn? This is the top part of your eye. Turning 2 wheels, making 2 wheels turn on the other side. You understand me? This is a 4-piece. This is the transmission. This is the hub. Okay, this is the differential. And it spins these 2 on the outside. Irregardless if it makes that move, that's what it shows. And it showed you. 00 DC. D plus C is 7. 00, 007. Where else am I? The angle of creation. If you would take a cross and put it over here on your neck and then hang them all the way down on your neck, they would end up looking like this. They're all single crosses. See the way it makes its own box? See the way it makes its own box? It makes an entrapment of its own self. Pirate eyes. Oh, you got real eyes. I see. We have pirate eyes. We have one eye. The Chinese were all built with one eye. Okay, there's 4 billion of them over there. There's only 400 million of us. Who are we? Did we come into their world? There's 4 billion. There's billions. These are lemon eyes. Okay. The other thing I want to show you is this, the Christmas tree. They take this 3 world on one side, the 3 dice, and this one on this side. Here's the worlds in here, 9, 9, 9. Okay, now this one comes and connects. You see these 2, the way they connect? Okay, the Twin Towers. If I would show you this like this, this is the old Twin Tower, this is the new Twin Tower. I have to show you this picture. I must show you this picture. Where's my phone? I must show you this picture. I have a picture. I have a picture that I designed, and anchovies. I had a picture I designed. I don't know where it is, but I'm going to tell you right now. The new Twin Towers and the two old Twin Towers are the cubes. They put a nose in between the two sides of Nintendo. 910, Nintendo. Where is Silicon Valley? What's left of it? What's going on the other side of the world when it comes to computers and technology? What's going on? You see the way the hand goes like this? The way we put motions? Time out. What's going on? What are my hand signals doing? What's the information? In this, what I did is I surrounded it so I can hold on to it by putting a line here, a line here, a line here, and a line here. And then in between, I'll have the 5. Only 5 gets to be used in this, okay? Only 5. The final thing is here. This is the tree stump. The tree, it goes all the way down. These are the branches. These are the cubes. It goes right into the ground and it makes low shoe. The life is in the roots. The extension of the tree is like the hair, the fruit that comes off. But these are the roots. Look at the way it designed something over here. Here's your bird in the tree. Here's your tree stump. Here's your number 7. See the tree according or weight to the ground? C and C create your CVC. 3, 5, 3. Earth and Jupiter. Here's your cubes on each side of the tree, but it actually goes all the way around. But we break it down this way. This V is the new center of the Twin Tower. The one center that they have now connects what the two old towers connected. You see the way this is? One tower is here. If these were all different towers, okay, because I'm not going one building now. Now I'm using a dice, a dice, a dice, and a dice. I create this, I make it bigger, and I hold on to it within here, here, and here. And then I recreate a world in between here and here. 3 gets 2, 3 gets 2. And then it joins within here. Do you see the Empire State Building that goes up in between over here? You build the Empire State Building surrounding it. And at the same time as you build your Empire State Building, look at your H and what your I does. Do you see the field goal on each side of the field? How many feet apart is the field, and how are the placement of the engineering in New York City on the buildings? Number 22, going down to the Meadowlands, number 22. What exit number is it into the Meadowlands? Number 22. What is it about 22? Because I can see right now 2 times 2 plus 2 plus 2 and 2 and 2, and everything is in the 2s. 1 times 1. Another thing I want to tell you, my cat. Do you know why cats can do that? Because they're electronic, man. Don't you hear the motor? Cats are electronic. They're electronic. Communication angle of the angel transmission. They're electronic, my friends. So what happens here is when I do this to its maximum, I end up getting 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9 in order to do it this way. Okay? 27, 54 with the sun. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 2 games of baseball. We're coming up to the 8th and 9th inning. Here's the 8th inning H. Here's the 9th inning I. Rain delay, 0, 0 here. 9 outs, 3 innings, and 3 outs. Here and here, rain delay, you end up in between here. How many outs did you get between here and here? 9 is 3 innings. 9 is their 3 innings. This would be 6 innings and 6 innings, and that's why the rain delay, O and O, raining cats and dogs. Why? Because this is the doghouse. How do I know? Because it tells me. I was born, and I'm not that bright, and it shows me on number 3, we got the dog pound. Number 4 is the dollar, and the 5 is on the percentage sign. Man wears the hat. That's number 6, and he's always a question mark because you never know where he is and who he's with. He's with 8. He's always with 8, but he's bracketed in his life. He actually, man gets to live 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and then man is gone. He only lives within these brackets here. Okay? If you take a look within the brackets, O and I, 9 and 15 is 24. Becomes X. He only lives between the brackets. He touches P. He becomes the poids, which is the weight, Lord. Okay, the Lord of his own weight, his water. Okay, where we mix top row. I'm not getting into this. There's too much in there, and I don't know it exactly. I just want to tell you something. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just did my watch, so let's see what I got out of my watch for clues. Look at this. Tank Farm, Rocket to Russia, New Amsterdam Romance, 001003, F number in the center. That says 6. It's the 6th world. We had a big fire. 35 people died, and they compared the 35 to the 47 that died at the train accident. 7 times 5, 7 plus 5 is 12, and 35 equals to 47. Both matched up. Both numbers of accidents in Quebec have matched up in numbers. It's like they're writing the book exactly how we go. Everything matches up. Everything has been written, so we know the answer is out there. We know the answer is out there. Zion Lion number 7, look where it says, Jamaica. So what is the Zion Lion in Jamaica? Is it the weed? Is it the weed we're not allowed to smoke? Don't forget, not everything is guilty. Oh, I can't believe what I see in the back. You see the 3728? Oh my God. Wow. The front, ring spun All-Stars. Number 7 again in red. Ring spun All-Stars. Ring. Ring. And then this. This is a shirt I drew about 5 years ago. See the year 5775? See the top, 2008 to 2011? And then if you read the side, it says 041063. That's my birthday. I'm going to be 51. 5 and 1. If you add the 5 to 6, 5 and 6 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay? 5 and 6 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. I'll put on the 1 to the 3. Okay? That would be 4. So we would have 6 and 5, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. And 3 and 1 is 4. We'd have 2 and 4, which represents 86. Denver's the representation of 86 and 68, which is 55. That means Seattle, S and S, is 39. Seattle is perfect. 13, 13, 13. 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. 1 times 3, 13 times 13 times 13. 19 and 19, you get 10, 10 is 20. You get 20 and 18 equals to 38. That'll equal to 38 right away. I figured it out both ways. And 19 and 19, S and S is 38. And Seattle hits it exactly in the number, but Denver Broncos hits 42. And that's the number to the universe. 42 and 86 will say 10, 10 all the time. Seattle is 38 and 72. They're the maximum multiplication of 9 times 8, which equals to 72. So what does that mean? Who wins? I don't know. He's got the maximum there. The number to the universe is actually done by Denver, but the maximum total you can possibly get is with a Seattle Seahawk. What else is in here to do? Do you want to know where George Washington is? He was. Where he was? He's the hinge on your door. This is so funny. Washington. Hun-Dred-Hun-Gry. My son's name, his last name is Hun-Gry. Was hinge-ton. Was hinge-ton. What does this actually mean, Washington? The hinge was ton not. Could be the knots or the speed that we go when you're counting air time. The ocean and the airplanes do not have the same air time. The other thing I wanted to show you is about this one over here. The total spaces to be used to go on the outside all the way around, that's right, 38. 19 and 19. 38. Again, the number Seattle Seahawks. T-Hawk, Seahawk, test tube child. 9 is 27. 27, 37, 47, 57, and 8 is 65. Equals to 41. USA. One completion of this is equal to USA. Okay. What I want to show you here is, do you remember the pharaoh? How they put this on the pharaoh's head? But look inside of it, what it is. It's the letter of a PSI, I think, in Greek. Look at this light here. All I did was go around the zero. It's an omega sign. If you actually take the omega sign and go this way and around, okay, I'm going to have to show you a little bit better than that. I'm going to... You see what it actually looks like? It's a 5 and a 2 and a 5, a J and a G. 2 times 5 is J, 2 plus 5 is 7G, JG. And you know who told me to do this design? John Griggs. JG asked me to do this design. At the same time he asked me to do this design, JG, a former mate, a very good friend, passed away. And this was a couple of months, about almost 8 months ago, last summer. Boy, would I like to see summer again. See how the triangle will walk on top of your X? Here's your X. Here, 22. Here, 22. Here, 22. But what is this? This is not a full V. Is this a full V? Full V? Full V? Is this a full V? No, it's cut up between your head. So what is the actual value of this side of this V? Because it's split between your head. This is the 5-point star. Would this say 11-11? Because it's split up by your head? Or say 10-10 and your head is 2? Because what's missing down here, right over here, is 58. 258, right over here. You don't have to go any longer. You don't got no spirit anywhere else. It takes the sole of your feet to gear up, to make the fire in your engine, to light up your mind. The phantom, the pharaoh, the pharaoh's helmet, Greek. There's nothing that doesn't fit. I was listening to the radio today, okay, and they were telling me about Sion, okay, but backwards Sion says Chinese. It also replicates Chicago. Code 7, or a life preserver. What goes into life preserver? Number 50, because I've seen it in darts. What is number 50? Here's this, and inside the hole of the life preserver. A life preserve in the hole. The hole is 50 and 25. 25 is the value of that, which is 1/4 saves 50. 1/4 saves 50. So that means 1/4 is 12.5. So man would be 625. If it's 1/4 of, man would be 1/4 of 50 because he goes into the hole. Add on 125 to 50 is 625. 25 by 25, 625. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. 41 USA times 625. 4 corners to the Monopoly board. The Mayan count. 41 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 25,625. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is 256. And none of them include 3 and 4. Because man's the man in the middle. We're the prism that moves around inside the sandbox so he can think. And he can branch out to the only thing he has. 1/2 of 1/4 that's left is the only star that's in the starship. Starship Enterprise within one mind and within the system of magnetics. The other thing I want to tell you or say to you or ask you, the silver screen. There is a song that sings the silver screen. The future is over, my friends. We are in the future. We have matched the future. The songs we hear now, when they become custodian, when they become into our heart, into the realm of what we are living, we learn from the music. Not only the music, but every passion in life. We're destined to learn. We listen to music. We hear. Through what we hear, we must place everything in our lives, and it becomes the silver screen. What does it mean, the silver screen? What is it, the gold? What is it, the waters that move, the constant waters that boils could be your mind thinking. So then your most important thing is your mind is the water that acts as a coolant. As you act in heart, with your heart that says, I need, I want, I must. Think which way it has to be done. You're thinking too much, you're making yourself crazy, absolutely. You have to make it easy. Listen to the music, the silver screen. We're not going to dance again, and we're not going to dance again. This is a 20-year-old song. And then, by the river that don't know where it's going, everybody has a hungry... I was just listening to the guy behind me. He said, if you sing any more, he's going to throw me out of my own apartment. He says, you're lousy. Everybody has a hungry heart. Hungry? Hungry? Where are the Rothschilds from? Where are we from? Because I'm getting a little hungry. Didn't God say he's going to make it easier on us at the end, although it might be very tough? Don't look too deep. Maybe it is about hungry. Maybe it is about World War I and II and reflecting the back in time. Maybe it's not going to happen on this side. Where is Highway 22 to the Meadowlands, where they have Meadowland racing? Got to check out the horses who are running out there. Everybody has a hungry heart. Everybody has drifted apart. Apartheid. Africa. Hungry and Africa is what they're telling me. And then, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band. What does it mean to be a lonely heart band? It means you're a group of people, a band of Indians, a DNA band, a strand. Something to do with a strand, a lonely heart band, a strand. Something that came together to create who we are as one or as many, more than the lonely heart. And then the Red Hot Chili Peppers are coming in. The Red Hot Chili Peppers and... let me take a look. Oh yes, and my jeans, peppy jeans, peppy jeans. And not only that, okay, a friend of mine, okay, she said I can go over to their place and she'll make snacks, nachos, chili nachos, everything to do with chili. Does chili mean it's cold or it's all the way out in Chile? How are we supposed to take this apart? And what are all these clues leading to? So we have this one, we have this one, we have this one over here. N-O-I-L, okay? It can also say no island. I-L, Lee, no bed to land on. I-O in both words. Why don't you look at it as saying 10-10? N, Zion and Lion, Z and L are the only two different ones. Z can reflect the N, so the only actual different one is the L, which is one wing. 7 wings. Is anybody selling 7 wings? Do you see 10? When you see 10 and then N, that's a 5. Z is 8. Okay, I is 9, so it goes 8, 9, 6, 8, 9, 6, 5, 89, 65. 89, 65 is 17, 11 is 28, stands for man. The first one stands for man, and if you read it backwards, it says noise. Okay? First one stands for man. The next one, okay, is 39, which is Seattle, 3965. The next one is 3965. The first one is man, then it's the 3 worlds. Why 13, 3 worlds? The spirit of 76. Spirit of 76 and 65, which brings up the connection. Wow. The Lions connection, because somehow there's a chance that all lions are electronic and nothing more than that, and they purr and they lift their ass every time you pat them because it's part of the electronics. That's all. A dog is a man's best friend. A cat, well, he's got 9 lives. You scratch him too much. So anyways, not only that, we have this. This is Mars. This over here is RRR, 6999, which goes right over here. Why? Because Pluto goes here. Pluto and the letter IR, which is Pier, Piranha, Pier 26, Pier 69. What am I going to do with this? 2 and 6 is 8. This creates a T. This says T9, Pirate. Pyrite T9. What does that mean? What does that mean? Pyrite, I write, RIP, rest in peace, dog of 69. In the beta world of communication, all about Jupiter connecting every world. MEN, they, us, give us life. Suave, SWVE, suave. Why? Because it becomes a W. It becomes Juive, J-U-I-V, because the R is the I. It tells you, it says Jewish. Right on this corner it says Jewish. Okay, this corner is Jewish. This corner over here, I don't know. Sum, the price, the cost into life. This is 6 man. This is men, again. Men, J, 10 men. This is who it took to make 10 men. So we have to figure out, this is number 14, man becomes, he's on the cross. Yes, because to come on the cross, the number sign has a value of 10. So right away, that's 10 men. Anyways, before I let you go, the Twin Towers, okay, that you saw blew up, never disappeared at all. The Twin Towers did not go away. Did you know that there's still 2 Twin Towers? According to the design that I painted in my room a few months ago, okay, the Twin Towers, okay, did not blow up. They did not fall down. They were never down up to start with. If you really want to know about the Twin Towers, now that I thought about it a little bit more, the roots go deep into the ground. They reconnected above. They could not burn down. If they would have put too much fire into the Twin Towers, they would have roasted, okay, what was below the ground. They took 2 buildings that were above the ground, now they're below the ground. More space, more area for air. They built below the ground and they connected 1 tower above the ground. The DNA twisting towers of Na. Just call it Na. The do-da-da, Na, N-A, 1 for 1. 1 for 1, 47, 47, 47, 141. The 9 card, 1 for 1. We need the 3 and the 5 together. 3 and 4 go together is 7. And 5 and 2 go together is 7. But 5 has the key and 3 has the key. So make the 5 and 3 together as 8. Because they both have the dots. This one is 8. And the 5 connected to the 2. And the 3 connected to the 4, 42. That's Peyton Manning's team, equals to 6. And this is the Peyton Manning team, the Denver Broncos, that connected 7, 7 connects 8 and 6 connects 9 and 5. Coming up this weekend. So the Twin Towers is 1 here. Hold on a second. Let me do it this way. This is the new tower. This is the way it is. The Twin Tower went up. Well, 2 Twin Towers went further down under the ground, connecting to an elaborate system that may not penetrate completely into the ground, but need the energy from within the ground to shoot out into the sky, into its satellite systems, transmitting and transferring data. Hello, data. Because we know the name data. They brought it out because they had to make the movies count. They had to make things in the movies count. Those glasses that Data was wearing were special glasses, and I've seen them all over the place. Not moving. Part of the artwork. I hope my video uploads. It's 4:49. Everything, especially in music, and I heard a lot of it today. Like a river that don't know where it's going, like a hungry. Hungry is the country. Is there a hungry in New York City? Sergeant Pepper's, Agent Pepper's, Pepe's, something to do with Pepe's restaurants in the lonely heartland. Where is the heartland? Where is the heartland? I must dance again, the spirit feeling. My hair is like Neptune. My 5 is Jupiter. Always was, always will be. My Earth, well, Either it was Venus or it was Mars. Because when I was moved in low shoe, I really didn't go too far. I was still connected to 2, 3, and 4. And everybody knows 2, 3, and 4 is connected to 8, 9, and 10. 2, 3, and 4. 2 and 3 is 7 and 8. 2 and 3 is 7 and 8. 23. 7 and 8. And 4 equals to 6. 6 is the light that you get from your 3. Actually, you get it from your 5, but you get it from your 5 into 3. Or is it 3 into 5? It's 3 into 5. Because, yeah, Pluto would shoot out this way. But anyways, I don't want to mix myself up because it depends how you turn the dice and what everybody else thinks. And again, I want to know copper top. Not tinfoil, copper top. In Hebrew, kop is the head. Copper, or is it per, or is it sliced? Is it a peck, a puck, 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 puck? Taking out the hair, giving us the cells to come in through the hair. And how often have you ever seen somebody that was completely bald? I mean, bald with not a stitch of space, no hair ever grew there. I want to see the most baldest person in the world. And anyways, so I was talking about this. The other thing, and I didn't do this yet, okay, is number 77, 78, 79. When you say 70, okay, in French, you are going to say 60 4 times equals to 240. Okay, then you're going to say 10 4 times, which is 280, and then you're going to say 7, 8, and 9, one of each. So you're going to say 24, 304. I did this yesterday. It equals to Halloween. It also equals to Earth and Mars, and the creation 304 is 4 months of 30 days, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and 7 days left over for the pig's pregnancy. 7 days for the light. Because it took the light to come within 7 days. We might be storing 7 days in advance. Okay? So 78, okay, is 23. 79 is 31. What I'm trying to say is to bring it into a 10-10 world again. Okay, but I want to do something else over here. I came up with a 432. I'm not sure where the 432 is. I'm not sure where the 432 is. I really don't know where it is. $512. BAE. CAT. Cat. It's a bay cat. 512 MB. MB, here's your B. A and C is what should go here. A and C and D. B, A, C, D. B, A, C, D. It's a bad bay cat. I don't know what a bad bay cat is, but that's what it works out to the memory. Okay? X, D, and T go together for French and English, saying 10 or 10. Or if you go 4T, 4D, things that remain the same that sound like D or could be T. Letter, ledder. So when you're going to say in letters, it's L-E-D-D-E-R-S or it's L-E-T-T-E-R-S. Okay? The letters can be the ladders. Now, I did not finish this. I do not know where it is. Let me take one more look. I'm into 50 minutes already. Michael Jordan, okay? He wore number 45. He wore number 23, equals to 68. Again, another number for Denver Broncos. And the scores that were scored. Let me see what else there is here. Now I don't know where it is. What it was a series of numbers, and anyways, okay, let's leave this out for now. Let's put this in here. What we're going to do right now Okay, because I don't want to... I showed you the rest in peace with the pool thing at the beginning, the test, the rest, the state, Tennessee state, Tennessee exit, the pool, the red, black, cue, and ball, red and black codes. 49 is 7 times 7. But here's what we're going to do. 10, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. 6, 6, 6, 6. Then we're going to go 60 and 10, and this is 1. This is 6, 60 and 10, and 60 and 10 and 7, and 60 and 10 and 8, and 60 and 10 and 9, 3, 3, 10 and 9, 3, 2, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, and then we're going to go 80 and 10, and then we're going to go 80 and 10 and 8 and 7, then we're going to go 80 and 10 and 8, then we're going to go 80 and 10 and 9, 3, 2, 1, this will be 8 and 2 and 5, and this will be 8, 2, 5, and this will be 6, 8, 2, 5, 6, 8, 2, 5, 6, 8, 2, 5, 6. Okay, so this is what it is. In French, when you're counting, okay? In French, when you're counting, you're going to say 10. In French is 10. But then you're going to say it again when you get to 17, 18, and 19. 7 and 3 will make 10. 8 and 2 will make 10. 9 and 1 will make 10. Okay? 7 and 9 and 6. 2 and 8 and 5. And 1 and 7 and 4. Okay? So, just to get the drift, when you say 60, you're going to go, when you say 10, you're going to say 10, but to bring this into number 7, you need to add a 6. If you want to add it into a 9, you would add, into a 10, you would add the 9. If you want to bring it into a 13, you would add 3. And it would become 13 in its own. 3, 6, and 9. 7 and 3 is 10. 7 and 9 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 6 and 9 is 13. 6 and 1 is the same scenario as over here. Any one of these that you want to turn in to 7, you add 6. To a 13 family, you add 3. And to a 10 family, you add 9. So these are different scenarios. 285 is dead center. This is perfect. You can't get anything better than this. This always works out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. It's going to do the same thing into all of them, except here you have 60 and then 10. So this 10 world is now duplicated into a soul world because you only have 110 and 160. The difference is 40. The dog pound. 8 and 5 comes together, 9 and 6 comes together, 7 and 4 comes together. And then it switches. When we get to 90, it becomes 8, 2, 5, 6. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 2 and 8 is 10, 5 and 8 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 6 and 8 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. Over here, 6 and 1, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. Bring it all to the 7, to the 10, and to the 13 worlds in areas 1, 2, 3. We will use 120 in tens. 120 in tens. Okay? We're going to use, in 7, 8, and 9, we are going to use 3 areas plus 72. We are going to use in 60, we are going to use 4 times as 240. And then 80, we're going to use 4 times as 320. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 60, 660, 680 plus 72, 752. Earth's creation, 752 through all these numbers. The reflective of this number is 3, is 9, to make it back to the 7. 9 and 7 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 9, 2, 5 is the bottom answer. Answer: this is the bullseye of who you are, like sitting in the middle of a life preserver with your head spinning around all year long for the 364 days and the 13 moons that man carries. 752. If you would create 752, 7 by 5 is 35, and 2 by 35 is 70. That stands for Resh, R. 70 plus 14 is 84, and we're in the 48 Super Bowl, and 84 is for space, and this is the space we use in French. The reverse worlds is 321, 321, 321. We never use together 4, 5, and 6. It's all separate. We're 3 parts of our mind, all running through Jupiter, probably on this angle. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Oh, there's still more. Did I show you? ST and E, space, electronic space. It's a test set, and the set space is 45 per angle. How many angles do we get, and what size is Windows and space, computer space right now? Because if you tell me exactly what it is, I will find for you in numbers where it comes from and how it's made up and given back to us through the revelation of thought, where it's actually out there. Raphael 7286, thank you for watching in the year 5775.